Classification of force system. When the number of forces acts simultaneously on a body, then they are said to form a force system. Depending upon whether the line of action of all the forces acting on the body lies in the same plane or in different plane, the force system may be classified as follows. Force system is broadly divided into two parts, that is coplanar and non-coplanar force system. Let's see what is coplanar force system. If the line of action of all the forces acting on the body lies in the same plane, then it is called as coplanar force system. Consider a xy plane, consists of number of forces like F1, F2, F3, F4, F5. We can see that the line of action of all the forces is in the same plane, though some are parallel to each other. Some intersecting line of action of other, while line of action of few forces meeting at same point. Let's see the examples. Consider the example of crane hook. Hooks at point A and B carrying weights W1 and W2, which results into tension in the chains denoted by T1 and T2. Here, all weight force and tension force lies into a single plane and represents the coplanar force system. Similarly, non-coplanar force system is stated as: if the line of action of all the forces in the system do not lie in the same plane, then it is called a non-coplanar force system. Consider a XYZ plane, line of action of few forces is in XY plane, few in XZ plane, while some in YZ plane. Here we can see multiple planes. Let's see the examples. Consider the example of a tower. Tower is stabilized by using 3 cables, attached at the top of the tower with the ground. Line of action of the all force resulting in the cable is going into different planes, resulting into non-coplanar force system. Coplanar and non-coplanar force system are further classified into concurrent, parallel, and non-concurrent and non-parallel force system. Let's see each type with example. Concurrent force system. If the line of action of all the forces in the system passes through single point, then it is known as concurrent force system. Consider the joint of two-dimensional truss. Here, line of action of force F1 to F5 is in same plane and also passing through a common point O. This system is known as coplanar concurrent R force system. Consider the table lifted by a hook with the help of 4 cables. Force carried by each cable is Fa, Fb, Fc, Fd respectively. As previously discussed, if the line of action all forces in this system is in different plane, then it is termed as non-coplanar force system. Line of action of Fa, Fb, Fc, Fd forces is not in one plane but passing through a common point E. This system of force is known as non-coplanar concurrent force system. Let us see parallel force system. If the line of action of all the forces in the system are parallel to each other, then it is called a parallel force system. Parallel force system can be divided as like parallel and unlike parallel. Consider the bridge bearing the load of truck, car, and 2 persons respectively. The load exerted by truck, car, and men results into like parallel coplanar force system. Like parallel cause direction of all the forces is same, and coplanar cause line of action of all forces is in same plane. If we consider the support reactions generated at the contact between beam bridge and beams, those support the beam, then the complete system is known as unlike parallel coplanar force system. Another type of parallel force system is non-coplanar parallel force system. Consider the donkey cart. Line of action of force carried by 2 wheels in downward direction are parallel to each other and also lies in the same plane. But when the pulling force that donkey applies on the cart to pull it in forward direction results into extending force in other plane, the whole system is known as parallel non-coplanar force system. Let us see non-parallel non-concurrent force system. If the line of action of all the forces in the system are neither parallel non-concurrent, then it is called a non-parallel non-concurrent force system. First cube shows F1, F2, F3, and F4 forces. the line of action of all forces in the plane are neither parallel nor passing through a single point, and in second cube forces are seems to be neither parallel nor passing through a single point, so we can say that these two systems are non-parallel non-concurrent force system.